It can often be really difficult to choose the colors that you really need from the vast array of color choices available. Often people will tell beginner artists to start off with a simple palette of the 3 primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. But once you gain experience working with this palette, you find that there are limitations to the secondary colors you can mix. So a lot of artists will fix this by selecting both a warm and a cool version of each primary color. Cool and warm are obviously relative. For example, red is considered a warm color overall. But for example, alizarin crimson is a cool red because it's much closer to the violet or blue side of the color wheel, and cadmium red is closer to the warm orange side of the color wheel. So alizarin crimson is an example of a cool red, and cadmium red is an example of a warm red, although you can use different reds that take that place if they also share warm or cool attributes. For example, cadmium red shares a similar place to vermilion or vermilion hue or vermilion extra. They both kind of have a warm orangey feel to them. And then you can also get neutral reds, which don't necessarily fall on one side or the other, whether nearer to purple or nearer to orange, they're much more in the middle. So by picking a warm and a cool version of each primary color, you're creating what's called a split primary palette. With just a single primary palette, it can be difficult to pick, say, the right yellow that will create a really good orange and a really good green. By adding both cool and warm versions of it, you have a lot more range as far as your color variability. And you'll be able to create secondary colors that are a lot more vivid. You'll find so many artists through history, and contemporary artists will often use some version of this palette. The beauty is you can use colors you already have as long as you either visually assess or look up whether they're warm or cool versions, or simply research other split primary palettes that artists use or have used. So beyond these 6 colors, you just need to add a white to tint your mixes, and either a black pigment, or you can mix a chromatic black yourself using the complementary colors on your palette so that you can create shades, and a brown that will help you to decrease the chroma and create more toned down realistic colors. And you'll be able to mix literally any color.